this coffee break, there's two of us this time. Normally there's coffee and it's just me, but it's two of us this time. And I've invited my good friend Mike Bollinger, who works with me and has prophetic gifting, just to help us explore some questions regarding how the apostolic and the prophetic gifts can work together in the future. So we just want to do a few coffee breaks just to explore this a bit. So the first question, Mike, is really that question itself. Why is it important for apostolic and prophetic working together, and what might that look like? What does that look like for you?
For me, I was thinking about Jesus when he said, I only do what I see my Father doing. That in Jesus there was the seer and the doer, and the apostolic and the prophetic together. You have the prophetic seer, or the person, or the one that sees something of what God wants to do. Jesus knew in everyday life, as he went through the earth, what the Father wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And once he could see that, then he could know what to do. And so the apostolic is the doing of what the prophetic sees. And many times, even in past situations that I've been in, that there's been lots of prophetic, but there hasn't been many doing of the prophetic. So you end up with lots of words built up without any personal application to them.
Yeah, and likewise in settings I've perhaps been in, there's been lots of people sitting around with a flip chart coming up with great strategy, but none of which God has said. It's just bright ideas.
Yeah.
And I've certainly found over the years that there's a confidence that comes to me apostolically when I feel I know what God has said, but I don't always know what God's saying. Yeah. So I kind of need the prophetic gift to help me know, and then I get grace to do it. And perhaps it gives grace to prophetic people to feel, if I'm hearing from God, I know it's actually going to have some wheels put on it, and it's not going to be filed under P for prophecy and forgotten about. So
I've always remembered that you said, if I know what God wants me to do, that I have faith to be able to do it. Where the prophetic says, well, I know what God wants to do, wants to say, but I don't know how to do it. Yeah. And so I think that's really good, and to be able to work together, I think is just really, really, really powerful.
Mm-hmm. So hope that gives you that's the first of our questions. Just something to reflect on, that apostolic and prophetic gifts really need to function together, as do all the Ephesians 4 gifts, but we just want to particularly just stimulate that in your thinking for this coffee break.